Hello and welcome to this channel about cryptocurrency education. Today, when I woke up, everything was sort of slightly red, so I thought it might be a day of correction, as I also indicated yesterday in my video that there were moves towards a correction, and also there was an article I showed you that talked about a 10% correction for Cardano, but that might actually be over already. It might already be over because Ethereum fell slightly below $3,000 yesterday, so it looked like a temporary short-term correction, and that again already seems to be over. And Bitcoin is just moving ahead. Cardano is moving ahead. Bitcoin with a new high, a new high that we haven't seen since May, I believe. And Cardano is following as well. And I want to talk about the latest price moves and how significant they are, because in the video on the weekend, I said that this week determines a lot. It is a very important week for the Bitcoin move and the Cardano price moves, because there are some very important resistance levels that are to be crossed, and we are going to take a look at if that has already happened now. Let's start with Bitcoin first before we move over to Cardano. I always like to start with Bitcoin because it has big relevance. It has a big relevance for the Cardano price. Because you can't just look at the Cardano price in itself. You always need to take a bigger picture, because Bitcoin still determines what is happening with Cardano. And yes, on the weekend I said there are some important things that need to happen for Bitcoin. I said the most important thing from my point of view that needs to happen before we can move to new all-time highs is the 200-day moving average, which is, for everybody who doesn't know it, it's just an average trend line that tracks the average price for the last 200 days. It is a long-term trend indicator, and it is just something that many traders use to determine, if we're in an uptrend or a downtrend, and if there is a bullish movement or not. And you can see three lines here that I put into this chart, where two are the shorter term trends. The yellow one is the 20-day moving average. The blue one is the 50-day moving average. So they are the shorter term trend lines. And whenever the price moves, these are more quickly affected than the 200-day moving average, which is the red one here. So what happened now is that we have now moved today, just now really, we have moved above this red trend line. We've moved above the line, and we have just now moved above this 200-day moving average, and the price isn't stopping to rise. Actually, it's going up in a very big move. You can see it here. We've actually moved through it. It was a huge jump, and we're now at 46,000 just as we record this video, and 46,000, we haven't seen that since middle of May. So that is significant, and because we've moved through this major line, it is an important line. What now needs to happen is that these shorter term averages also need to move above the 200-day line. That then would be considered a golden cross, and the last time that happened, we've seen really significant price increases. That happened back here end of last year, and you know what happened after that. We've seen new all-time highs. So that is a very significant move, and that is not important for Bitcoin only. It is also important for Cardano, because as we know, the Cardano price is still pretty much tied to the Bitcoin price. We also see some nice volumes. So it is a very bullish move, a very positive move. I didn't expect this to happen actually already today. What needs to happen now is that we need to secure this place. So we need to sort of close above it and see, stay above that level for a day or so to secure that, and also then test probably that level as a support level. Because when you are above that level and you retest it, so the price goes down slightly, and we bounce off it again, that has become a support level. So that is important. And really, really nice to see that. I didn't expect it to happen already today. And let's take a look at Cardano. Something very significant has happened as well here. Unlike Bitcoin, we are already above the 200-day moving average, which is the red line here. But what happened today, and I said that was the other significant thing that needed to happen this week for Cardano, is that the 20-day moving average, the yellow line, has crossed above the blue line, which is the 50-day moving average, which means that this is another bullish indicator that the shorter-term trend, which is a 20-day trend, has crossed above the 50-day trend. So that indicates just a bullish movement. That was one of the significant things that I said on the weekend needs to happen, and Cardano has just done that today. So very, very important, very nice to see, and we're just tracking that here. And on this channel, and it's just a good sign for the crypto market, good sign for Cardano. The other important thing that hasn't happened yet is that Cardano needs to move beyond this resistance zone between 145 and 150. It has bounced off it yesterday. You can see the red candle here. So I expected a slight correction, and actually that's already stopped after a day, because we are now up to 147 again, and hopefully, that is my expectation, I hope that will happen with this latest positive price move of Bitcoin. If that is sustainable for today and maybe even tomorrow, we will move through the 150. That is what I strongly believe, and the 150 is a significant one, because only when the 150 is if we move above the 150, we can really confidently say that we're in an uptrend. Because even though these average lines show an uptrend, actually, we are in an uptrend. But what we need to see is a new higher high. And this 150 zone was a resistance zone back here. It was a resistance here, the last one, and then it has now taken really nearly a month to retest that. So it is quite an important resistance zone now. Also 150, a little bit of a psychological one as well. I believe we will move above it. Ethereum that is usually a little bit ahead of Cardano in terms of price moves, has already gone through important resistance levels like the $3,000 one, and now Cardano is going to follow. So it will be very interesting. I mean, let's see what happens in the afternoon. I can give you another update in the evening. It's always nice to track these moves. I think it is fun, and especially if it's, if we're moving up, it is nice to see that. So just want to message here in this video, important things have happened. And if that is sustainable here on the Bitcoin price, we are now on track to see new all-time highs, I believe. That was an important resistance level, and we've crossed that. And Cardano is about to follow when we surpass the 150. So hopefully we can all think and hope that this will take place. All right, so hopefully you liked the video. If you did, please smash the like button. And if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.